and the Talking Benefits podcast. Oh, Cutting Edge Benefits podcast. I'm coming up with different names for you with our host, Tom Quigley. Tom, how are you? And I know you're excited about our guest today.
Not too bad. I guess the pretty young lady flustered poor Neil.
Go ahead, Tom. Who's our guest? No, it's been a long day, Tom, but go ahead.
Okay, this is Olivia. Olivia is a University of Cincinnati Business School senior this year, Olivia.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a senior in the fall. So I
And,
just finished my junior year.
and she's hanging out at ClaimLinx this summer to learn a little bit about sales and her internship. So she's a very smart student. What are you, a 3.0 student?
Yeah, it's a little higher now. Still
That's
raising it
You're
from freshman
studying too
year,
hard. You're studying too hard.
but
Calm down. All right. So, anyways, yeah, she's learning quite a bit. She's originally what, from Findlay, Ohio?
yes, I grew up there.
Her parents did something right. They produced a smart, intelligent young daughter. Good job, parents. So, with that, Neil, go
All
ahead.
right, I'm going to go quickly and say, what are you learning at ClaimLinx?
It's only my second, or I guess third week, like starting this week. But so far, I've definitely learned a lot. I take relevant coursework here because my minor's in sales, but haven't had a lot of exposure to sales. So I'm just learning like client outreach and building client relationships. And I knew nothing about health insurance before I started working here, like literally nothing. And I'm learning most people don't. They just hand the card at the doctor's office. I think that just learning on how a lot of insurance companies and insurance agents are ripping people off to make money, and he's doing the complete opposite. So it's definitely pretty interesting just to learn that field of work and get experience as well.
And you're learning specifically what happens and really
Yes.
what happens. And as a salesperson, how to really go through the journey of having a conversation with a business owner and say, what's your bottom line? I want to save money, but also I want to provide great benefits or my employees are going to leave.
Yeah,
Totally.
exactly.
And so when you go out and have a conversation, what do you think is the most important thing when it comes to sales?
I think don't have much experience in it so far, but just from if I put myself on the outside and I'm trying to be sold something, I think personality is one of the biggest things. I think if people trust you, if people like you, if you're relatable, if you're polite, I think that's one of the most important things because if you start a conversation off trying to sell something, people aren't probably going to listen to you. So it's just, I think it's important to be personable to a lot of people, especially when you're trying to sell them something because you're not trying to sell something to them just to benefit yourself. You're also trying to benefit them as well. So you want them to see the pros of both sides of it.
Yeah, it's about relation. It's about a relationship. It's about a conversation, and it's about relatability. And are you really selling something that they want to buy?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, people are selling things to people. Is not true, Tom, that people don't want to buy.
Oh, it's happening every day out there. The biggest thing, though, I tell you, the younger generations have that guys like myself do not, and is their knowledge of social media is just phenomenal. How Olivia came up with the TikTok idea and she just gets it, and they're so much better and versed. And I don't know if that's because they've been on computers all their life on creating PowerPoints and those items too. We're just my high school, I think my freshman year was the first year they had a computer program for a high school class. And you were doing the DOS and all that good stuff. And what I learned from that was this is going to be huge in the future, but I never imagined it'd be to the point where it is.
That's the thing. The
Yeah.
the technology and the availability for people to get free marketing is unreal promotion. And so I think with now AI, adding that component, adding all the other components, it's absolutely ridiculous. I'm 52. I'm on TikTok. I'm on every social media platform. I think TikTok I don't know what's going to happen with them because a lot of people are jumping back to IG, by the way, too. I'm seeing this in the trends, but I think it's a great idea. Tom and I can grow your TikTok ClaimLinx. So get her started with it. I can start sending the videos that we're doing, all the different shorts that we build out and made your YouTube get good views, thousands of views, and you get the same here. And you're educating another group and source of people that don't know about the healthcare system. They don't know about all the just nasty stuff that goes on in healthcare that you're educating people, Tom, to tell them about. That basically it's the process is a simple process if you look at numbers. People don't look at that. The rate you got me, I can't believe you got a rate like that for me. And it helped me. And I never thought I could get that. I thought I always had to pay a high premium and the deductible and still pay a really high deductible instead of the way you showed how to do it. And that's the key thing that Tom is able to do and everyone else over at ClaimLinx is they can not just help a business, they can help the individual. So any individual out there needs to, I'm saying Tom, needs to contact your team to just talk to them and say, how do I go to my employer and tell them, guess what? I want better benefits. And I also don't want you to complain about you might lay me off now because we have to pay your benefits. Let me show you a way how you can save money. And isn't that true, Olivia? That's all that needs to be done.
Exactly it. That's all.
It's that simple.
Yep.
And it's that simple, Tom.
I just want to be a TikTok sensation.
Okay, CC.
I met a TikTok sensation we're up at Evermore Resort in Orlando. And this husband and wife duel, all these kids were running up asking for their autographs. So I happened to be sitting next to them. So after the kids left, I said, what the freak do you guys do? And they told me, and I was like, come on, there's no way. You know, they got like millions of views and they got like a publicist, and their job, like you, Neil, is that person's job is they get all these advertisers and they're making ridiculous coin. I was fascinated. I was asking them all kinds of questions. I was like, look it.
So Tom, I was trying to tell you by 2030, the next Bitcoin is your personal brand. So if you dive into this deep and you look at this is the power of brand to get business. Business brands are important, but a personal brand is worth its weight in gold. And anyone can be a personal brand. All they need is a phone. All they need is a computer. And all they need is push record. And then they can do it. And especially podcasting. Olivia, there are only 5 million registered podcasts in the world. And there's only 2.5 active million podcasts in the world versus TikTok, 2 billion in the world, 2 billion YouTube, 2 billion Facebook and Instagram, but only that many, which gives such an opportunity for a podcaster.
Yeah, it does. I watch when I'm working, I have an AirPod in and I'm listening to a podcast.
Forget the radio now. You listen to a podcast.
Yeah. And it's sometimes
What's your favorite podcast?
It's not like
all
like reality TV people.
Okay, so I've interviewed some of these reality television people, by the way. So what's your favorite show?
Alex Cooper's podcast.
Okay.
Call Her Daddy, that one. She has like everyone on that.
Is that the celebrity podcast? I'm number 14 celebrity podcaster in the world, according to FeedSpot. So I bet you I'll have to look up what number she is, probably 1 or 2 or 3. I used to be 2. I'm not happy about that, Tom. What happened was I got my eye on business instead of focusing on my personal brand. I need someone like I do for you, Tom.
What am I? My friend, I asked, hey, you want to be on my podcast? He goes, no, I'm going to be on like a top 1% one. Fraternity brother. Yeah,
percentage nice. Versus celebrity in the world. Ask Google right now. I don't know. We're going down a rabbit hole. Is Neil Haley a celebrity? The answer is yes. When I was talking to Ed today, I had to show him that. And I said, that's the power of your personal brand. Is Neil Haley a celebrity? And Google Gemini Google in the search said yes in the thing and explain why. That's how I make your personal brand, Tom. It's only 2 months in. You'll be there.
Mhm.
I
So
want to be a
Olivia,
big
what
time
tips would
wrestler.
you say when you're learning in school how he could become a TikTok sensation? What does he need to do?
I think, especially for people my age, and even when my mom watches TikTok, it's again being personable. If someone can relate to you and they don't see you as not like a higher power, but a lot of people on TikTok that have gotten a following and have grown rapidly, they are just being like their real raw selves online and just not trying to be, I guess, so you could say like a celebrity, like people want to know
Yeah, it's
you do.
democratization. You're
Yeah,
so right. It's called
yeah,
democratizing, which is the death if TikTok goes, because it's the only social media platform in the world where the average nobody can become somebody without going viral.
exactly. Yeah,
The only one, because there's so many pockets and so many different things on TikTok. But I'd say right now is it's we're almost at that cusp of where Instagram was. We're almost at that cusp of where Facebook was 15 years ago, where you're either in now or not. Tom, have you set up your TikTok? Has Olivia set up your TikTok?
No idea. I don't believe so.
I just did the presentation today before I left.
Okay.
So I
So,
had to get the okay first.
oh, you got the okay.
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 Okay. All right. So, Tom, Olivia, if you want people to know where your social media is, are you trying to become an influencer?
Of
I
course she
mean,
is.
not, I'd love to. I'd
It's
love
not
to.
it's not as difficult as you think. It's
Yeah.
just spend 15 hours a day on social media. I became an influencer on first ever social audio app called Clubhouse, and I was addicted 17 hours a day. And I will never do that again. But it was an interesting experience.
Yeah.
Social media is an addiction, Tom. I guess like just a proven podcasting's addiction in the number of shows I do. So
Yeah, my wife's similar to Olivia's mom. She's hooked on TikTok.
yeah,
My mom looks at recipes, workout videos, all that kind of stuff.
exactly. All right. Best place to go, claimlinx.com. Set up a call with Tom today, and we appreciate it, Olivia, and good luck on the rest of your internship.
Thank you. It's nice
All
to
right.
meet you.
You're welcome. That was a
Thanks,
special
Neil.
simulcast of the Neil Haley Show on the Cutting Edge Benefits Podcast, guys. Take care.